My father always said he
Right.
wanted to get into, and he really learned a lot about biological medicine for the act of prevention and optimization. It just so happened not many people are there, and everyone was really sick, and he had to go there, peel back the layers of the onion with his tool case, and start to address the whys and underlying dysfunctions that led to that. In your practice, what is that kind of seeing? Do you have more of these optimizers of health or more of the chronically diseased?
I mean, in my like people say like, what is your practice? And it always, you got to remember again, like your father, I came from trying to find medicine to treat high performers.
Yeah.
And then you realize like the same medicine and tools and treatments that you treated high performers with, you just treated chronic disease with, and they got to normal. And then
Yes.
normal got so none of it was different. You just had so many tools that you could like treat any person and where
Right.
that person was in the spectrum. Like you could but you could solve, you wouldn't manage a problem, you'd solve a problem. Right.
Right.
Like it was like people say, oh, I hate medicine. It's like, have you ever seen like a knee replacement? Like it really solves a problem. We don't have many things in medicine that like solve problems, and then you got to do the rehab after. But to your point, it's like there wasn't management. Like you got to longevity and performance, and everybody now wants to be there. So half of my practice ends up to be people that are sick and don't want to be sick, and autoimmune diseases,
Mm.
and we'll say chronic disease. Like it used to 20 years ago, it used to be older people, and now like infertility,
Yeah.
like dementia, Alzheimer's, all of these things that were like long, like I said, burn rates, and you have to work quickly. So we have everybody is the same person. They're just in a different trajectory of where their health is, right? And they all have a health story, which is all like everybody has a history. So I see a lot more people 50 and over really being proactive now with their
Mhm.
health and saying, medicine, I don't want to be in medicine, right? I don't want to be part of the medical system because if I'm part of the medical system, it means something didn't go right, right? Like if the IRS is calling you, something didn't happen right, right? Like
Right.
you can understand that. Like you do not want that phone call. So you
Right.
have to be proactive and you have to do all this stuff. And people understand it for their finances and they just don't understand it. Like to be active in your health and to seek out longevity, like biological medicine is just longevity medicine, right?
Hmm.
You're trying to make a liver like do a lot more than the liver that you got, and then the liver will repair, and you're trying to facilitate new cells and better cells, and then new cells and better cells do better things. And that's all it was performance and longevity medicine. So I think, and you're probably seeing it too, you got a lot more people that are sick and a lot more people that are sick that are really educated. And
Hmm.
then their education, which they didn't want to get a degree in their illness, but now they got one, right? Because the internet made you get a degree in your illness, leads you down this huge winding path where finally you check yourself in to a form of medicine. And it doesn't mean it like supersedes some other form of medicine, but you end up like at the spot where everybody is now looking for longevity because health and disease is right in your face, right? Like
Right.
somebody with infertility at 25, 5 of your friends, right? You're 50 and like somebody or 5 of your friends that are early age dementia, and it's scary, right? And so
Yes.
everybody like is starting to see, uh-oh, like if I'm not active with this, then it's not inevitable that you're going to live to 90. Like you're going to have a problem if you just decide to drive this thing the way it's driven, and you'll have a good time in life, but you won't want to be in medicine. So like finding a way to do performance-based biological medicine is your only way, besides living, like you said, in Sardinia and just having a good time. Like if you want to be in this place, then you better be doing stuff because your body isn't able to facilitate your lifestyle anymore.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate truth that people have shifted over to trying to understand something they didn't in the past because it's a necessity, right? Because they're seeing it all around. And you're right. We're seeing younger and younger people come in with things that, normally wouldn't happen until they were over 50, 60, or 70. And these
Right.
are people that understand for the rest of their life, they may be impacted unless they take a different approach. Because the approach they went through was, here, take this pill, you have this for the rest of your life, incurable disease. Sorry, but these pills will make you feel good, at least for the time being. And they don't want that. And they do want children and a happy life. So they must seek something new. And so I think out of a necessity, you're going to see more and more people turning to this. The question is, do enough people have the ability to understand it and embrace it